What's going on, everyone? So recently there has been some big news leaked about Meat Week that is coming out tomorrow. In case you don't know, this is going to be involving Grahm, and it's supposed to be his special cookout that we are all invited to. So yeah, first off, I gotta give credit where credit is due. I did not data mine this info. A Reddit user that goes by SageAZ, which I'll leave a link down below in the description if you want to go check out the post. If not, I'll be going over everything in this video. And as you can see, there is going to be some interesting things that we're going to be introduced to within this limited time event. I'm not exactly sure if all of this is coming tomorrow, but it seems like it is according to his Reddit post. So as you can see, we have a ton of things to go over here. Starting off with Tails Dark Flatwoods Monster and Flatwoods Monster Clone. I'm pretty sure this is just going to be some kind of different Flatwoods Monster. As you can see in the beginning, it's titled Tails Dark, so I'm not exactly sure about this. I'm guessing though it's going to be another variant. Anyways, going down more, let's get into some of the more interesting things. We have an armor rack and power armor rack. As you can see to the left here, we have Babylon Workshop Armor Rack Male. I'm not exactly sure if this is about to be introduced to us tomorrow, but if it is, I am super stoked about that. We may be able to place this in our camp and actually place our armor to show off in our camp. Same scenario goes with the power armor rack as well. We're going to be able to place our power armor on the rack to show off at our camp. If that's the case, this is going to be freaking sweet. I know we are expected display cases on August 20th. I'm not exactly sure if this is just going to be bundled in on August 20th or they're actually coming tomorrow. Either way, this gets me super excited to know that this is in the game files. Anyways, I do know that we are expected for a fact tomorrow, these prime enemies. I mean, these make sense, because after all, it is Graham's cookout, so it makes sense to be cooking prime meat. As you can see, there's going to be a prime Yagwai, prime Wolf, prime Megasloth, prime Deathclaw, prime Grafton Monster, prime Snallygaster, prime Mongrel, prime Hermit Crab, prime Honey Beast, prime Sheep Squatch. I mean, you get it. Pretty much prime anything. And yes, including a prime Behemoth. I am really interested in seeing what these prime enemies are about. I'm assuming that we're going to be using their meat to cook, but I've never cooked a Grafton monster. I've never cooked a Behemoth. I mean, you get it. Certain enemies in here I've never cooked. So I'm guessing it could be some kind of new drop that we're going to be getting from these specific prime enemies so we can cook them. I don't know. Anyways, moving on, we're also going to be introduced to something called a Free States Collectron bot. Now, I'm not totally sure what exactly this is, although I did figure out that ATX that's over to the left-hand side of this signifies something from the Atomic Shop. Now, don't freak out. This could be a skin for some kind of bot that we're going to be introduced to during this meat week or sometime in the future. Once again, I am not 100% sure about this. I did find this bot interesting though. That's why I'm going over this part. I didn't expect all of this. I mean, I did expect us cooking some meats, but I didn't expect that Tails Dark Flatwoods monster, nor the new prime enemies that we're going to be fighting, as well as the armor and power armor rack, and especially this bot. I have no idea what the heck this is. It could be one of those little collectibles that you pick up around game. You know, for instance, like the mini Deathclaw statue that you can purchase in the Atomic Shop. That's what this bot could be. Once again, I have no idea. Anyways, going down further in this data mined info, we have some of the objectives at the social barbecue event with Grahm. As you can see, the display text says extinguish the brush fires, and this is an optional objective. Another optional objective is scoop Charlie's stinky piles. And another optional objective is to clean up rotten leftovers. So yeah, it's official, y'all. We're going to be scooping up some poop for some rewards during this limited time event. Anyways, next up here, we have something called meat sweats. As you can see, mild meat sweats, and strong meat sweats. Now, what exactly these will do, I'm not totally sure. But in case you don't know what meat sweats are, I mean, I didn't. I've never heard of this. Apparently, it's a mysterious condition whereby after ingesting a generous helping of meat, you begin sweating buckets. This was first identified by competitive eaters. The meat sweats are thought to be caused by the combination of adrenaline and protein. Apparently, it's some kind of hazard, so this could be a negative effect toward us. Maybe not so much with Grahm because he is super obsessed with meat. It would just give him a boost. But yeah, anyways, moving on, we have some of the rewards that we will be getting. As you can see, starting with a recipe for weapon meat cleaver, which this can be thrown. Also, we'll be able to get a bloody chef hat and another different kind of chef hat, which I believe chef's hat 2 here is going to be a black one. As you may know, we are able to get a white one currently, so I believe this is going to be a black one. I'm not totally sure. Anyways, there's also an outfit that we'll be able to retrieve too, which I'm guessing this is going to be some kind of chef outfit. Anyways, up next we have a new recipe for our camp. This would be for floor decoration. It's going to be a meat week flag, so if you do participate in this limited time event, you can show some pride with this meat week flag, showing others that you got to participate in this event. Because there will be a lot of players that will miss out on this, specifically players that are just going to start playing when the human NPCs come in. Anyways, the next reward we have here for our camp is a super mutant barbecue grill. So I'm just guessing this is going to be some kind of huge grill for us, because as we know, super mutants are not the same size as human beings, obviously. They are way bigger. I mean, they are mutated humans after all. Anyways, lastly, up on this list, it labels tenderizer mods, which I'll be getting way more into tenderizer modifications as well as the tenderizer further into this. Something else we're going to be getting are fireworks, which this is definitely going to spice up some gameplay. As you can see, quest rewards, fireworks. These will be just something new to fiddle around with, which I have to say I'm pretty stoked to get my hands on these. Anyways, going down further on this list, we have another reward called Red Fireworks Mine, which also involves, the new fireworks that we're going to be able to play around with. I can just imagine this event now, everyone grouped together, just having a blast, shooting all fireworks, collecting all these new, unique, limited time rewards, and fighting these new prime enemies for this new prime meat. I can just imagine now what's going to go down. So yeah, that's something interesting to know. We are going to be getting fireworks to play around with. Anyways, next up, we have some weapons that will be from Meat Week. Starting off with the plan for the shish kebab. Next up, for the ranged weapon, we have a plan for the flamer. And lastly, as I mentioned before, there's going to be tenderizer mods. As you can see, there's also going to be a new weapon called tenderizer, which I'm sure this will be some fun to mess around with. Anyways, next up here, as you can see, we have what the tenderizer mods will be. Starting off with the spicy tenderizer mod, the peppered tenderizer mod, and the salty tenderizer mod. This makes me wonder, if we take out enemies with this tenderizer, is it actually going to make the meats of, the organic creatures that we take out spicy, peppered, or more salty? I mean, I don't know. I think that would be pretty cool. Once again, this is just a grain of salt of what we're getting. We're only able to really read here. We're going to for sure figure out tomorrow, August 1st. Anyways, it seems that the spicy tenderizer will be dealing energy damage, as you can see here. Not exactly sure, once again, how this is going to play out. Anyways, as for the peppered one, it's going to deal out more damage at once. And for the salty one, this will actually do limb damage, and it will increase your chances of crippling that enemy. I don't really think attacking the enemies with a spicy, peppered, or salty tenderizer is going to change up their meat. But hey, it's just something to throw out there, because once again, this is just data mined info of what we're getting. We're not actually able to see what we're getting quite yet. We're only able to see the coding of it. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to share with you all to get you guys pumped up for what is expected tomorrow, which is once again Graham's cookout. This is going to be a limited time event, so I highly suggest you all to take that into consideration and actually participate in this event, because it is limited time. So that means these rewards that we get will eventually be worth quite a bit when the event actually ends. But yeah, I'm out of here, everybody. Thanks for taking the time watching and listening. And if you found this enjoyable, consider leaving a like. Your all support is greatly appreciated. Until next time, everyone. Peace.